Ladies and gentlemen, you know, sometimes it's not the grand speeches or the red carpets that touch people's hearts. It's the quiet, unexpected moments, the ones that make us stop, smile, and think. That's what warmth really looks like. And just recently, one of those moments unfolded when King Frederik and Queen Mary arrived at an official event, and one small gesture turned the entire scene into something unforgettable. Picture this: the flags are fluttering, the crowd is buzzing with excitement, and the sound of cameras fills the air. Everyone's waiting for that familiar royal car to pull up. Then, there they are, King Frederik and Queen Mary, stepping out with their signature grace and calm. The kind of presence that draws people in, not because of status but because of sincerity. Among the cheering and waving, one young girl stood right at the front, clutching a bouquet of flowers almost as big as her smile. She'd been waiting patiently, rehearsing in her mind what she might say. And as the royal couple approached, something magical happened. The king noticed her first, his expression softening instantly. Queen Mary followed his gaze, and without hesitation, she bent slightly, reaching forward with that warm, genuine smile we've all come to recognize. In that tiny moment, just a few seconds, everything else seemed to fade. The cameras, the formality, even the schedule. It was simply two people connecting with one little girl, whose joy became contagious. You could see it ripple through the crowd. People smiled wider, phones lowered, and for a brief moment, everyone was part of that quiet connection. Now, this might sound like just another sweet royal moment, but it carries something deeper. In today's world, where everything moves so fast and leaders often seem distant, moments like this remind us why the Danish royal family still means so much to people. They bring humanity into formality. They remind us that kindness doesn't need an announcement, it just needs presence. For the monarchy, gestures like these are priceless. They're not about politics or prestige, they're about empathy, accessibility, and connection. When a king or queen takes a second to make a child feel seen, it sends a powerful message that leadership, at its best, is rooted in compassion. Afterwards, the media lit up with photos of that scene. Social media users flooded comment sections with heart emojis and messages of admiration. Some wrote about how proud they felt to have such a warm and grounded royal couple. Others said that picture, the smile, the flowers, the glance, spoke more loudly than any speech could. And maybe that's true. Because in an era of constant news and endless headlines, a single image of sincerity stands out more than 1,000 polished words. It reminds us of what leadership can look like when it's anchored in grace. So, as we think back to that day, to that one little girl and that simple exchange, it's clear why this moment captured so many hearts. It wasn't about ceremony. It wasn't about duty. It was about connection, the kind that makes even a king and queen feel like neighbors. And maybe that's what makes King Frederik and Queen Mary so beloved. They don't just represent Denmark, they reflect it. Its kindness, its humility, and its ability to find beauty in small, human moments. Because in the end, it's not the crown that makes a monarch memorable, it's the way they make people feel seen. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.